Have you ever felt a force within your heart, a quiet pull that you couldn't explain, a voice guiding you toward what is right, even when the world around you is pushing you the other way? What if I told you that this is not a coincidence, not just intuition, but a clear, undeniable sign that Allah has chosen you? Today, I'm going to reveal the one ultra-powerful sign that proves you are personally selected by Allah, and recognizing it could change the course of your life forever. This is not about wealth, fame, or miracles. This is something far deeper, far more powerful, and far more real than anything you've ever experienced. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could awaken your heart, your purpose, and your destiny. Many people spend their entire lives searching for signs that Allah has chosen them. They look for wealth, recognition, miracles, or extraordinary events. They hope for some visible confirmation, something that the world can see and acknowledge. But the truth is far deeper, far more profound. The real sign that Allah has chosen you is not something the eyes can perceive, it is something that is felt in the heart. It is subtle, yet undeniable. It whispers to you quietly, often when you are alone, away from the noise of the world. It is a feeling, a pull, a guiding force that directs your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions. This is the sign that truly marks you as chosen, not for fame, not for wealth, not for worldly recognition, but for a purpose far greater than anything the world can offer. The one ultra-powerful sign that Allah has chosen you is a deep, unwavering pull toward goodness, righteousness, and guidance, even when the world around you seems to push you toward the opposite. This is not a fleeting feeling or a momentary inspiration. It is a constant inner current, guiding your heart, shaping your intentions, and influencing your behavior in ways that may even surprise you. You feel compelled to pray, even when it is difficult. When everyone else is distracted or making excuses, you find yourself turning back to Allah, seeking His guidance, finding comfort in His words, and feeling the need to reconnect with Him. You are drawn to truth, justice, and compassion naturally. You cannot ignore injustice, cruelty, or wrongdoing without feeling a deep discomfort in your heart. You are drawn to stand for what is right, not for recognition, not for reward, but because it is in your very nature to respond to what Allah loves and to avoid what He dislikes. You want to help others without seeking reward. You are moved by the needs of those around you, the poor, the oppressed, the lonely, the struggling, even when there is no one watching. This is not about gaining fame or praise. It is about responding to the call of Allah's mercy and acting as His instrument in the world. You feel discomfort when you stray from what is right, even in small matters. Whether it is a lie, a small injustice, or a moment of weakness, your heart reminds you, your conscience pulls you back, and you are aware that Allah is watching, guiding, and correcting you in subtle ways. This is not about occasional good deeds or moments of inspiration. It is about a consistent, reliable inner compass that aligns with Allah's will. It is a natural, undeniable guidance system embedded within you, pointing you toward righteousness, calling you toward mercy, and shaping your life in accordance with divine wisdom. This is the unmistakable mark of Allah's choice, a mark that is far more valuable and powerful than anything the world can offer. Allah does not choose someone for worldly fame, material reward, or fleeting pleasure. He chooses those who are willing to carry a higher purpose, who are ready to walk a path that may be difficult, unnoticed, or misunderstood by others. Being chosen by Allah is not about ease, it is about responsibility. It is about being entrusted with a mission, a role, and a destiny that requires faith, courage, patience, and integrity. It is about embodying goodness, spreading guidance, and becoming a beacon of light in a world that is often darkened by selfishness, greed, and ignorance. When you recognize this sign in your life, it is a call to action. It is a divine invitation to strengthen your faith, to deepen your connection with Allah, and to live a life that reflects His guidance. It is a call to spread goodness, to help those in need, to speak the truth, to uphold justice, and to avoid what is wrong, even when it is tempting or convenient. This is your moment to step into your destiny, to rise above mediocrity, and to fulfill the purpose Allah has chosen for you. Allah has selected you for a reason, and it is your responsibility to honor that selection with your actions, your words, and your heart. If you notice this sign in your heart, do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it as coincidence, intuition, or good luck. Recognize it as a divine signal, a subtle but powerful message from Allah guiding you toward your purpose. Nurture it by praying consistently, by dedicating time to reflect on the Quran, by seeking knowledge, and by surrounding yourself with people who encourage righteousness. Help others sincerely, not for recognition or reward, but because Allah has placed this compassion within you. Avoid what is wrong, even when it seems easier or more convenient, because your heart already knows the difference between right and wrong, and this awareness is part of the divine guidance that marks you as chosen. The more you align with this inner pull, the stronger the sign becomes. The more you respond to it, act upon it, and live according to it, the clearer Allah's guidance will feel. Over time, you will notice a profound shift in your life. Decisions will become easier because your heart is aligned with what is right. Challenges will feel less daunting because you recognize that you are walking a path that Allah has chosen for you. Your actions, words, and intentions will begin to reflect a purpose far greater than yourself. Look within. Ask yourself honestly, do you feel that pull toward goodness and truth? Do you feel a quiet, consistent force guiding you toward prayer, compassion, justice, and integrity? That is the one ultra-powerful sign that Allah has chosen you. It is not a sign the world can see or measure, but it is a sign that transforms your life from within. It is a mark of divine selection, a confirmation that your life has meaning, purpose, and direction beyond the ordinary. Embrace it, nurture it, follow it relentlessly. The one sign of Allah's choice is not only a blessing but a responsibility. It calls you to live with sincerity, with courage, with compassion, and with unwavering faith. When you heed this sign, you will find peace in your heart, clarity in your decisions, and strength in your actions. You will become a source of light and guidance for those around you, inspiring others to recognize and follow the signs that Allah has placed in their own hearts. Remember, being chosen by Allah does not guarantee an easy life. It does not promise material wealth, comfort, or recognition. What it guarantees is purpose. What it guarantees is guidance. What it guarantees is the chance to live in accordance with divine will and to fulfill a destiny that is both meaningful and eternal. If this message resonates with you, reflect upon it deeply. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let it remind you that your heart, your conscience, and your inclination toward righteousness are not random. They are divine indicators of Allah's selection. Stay true to this sign, cultivate it, and let it guide every thought, word, and action in your life. In the end, the one ultra-powerful sign that Allah has chosen you is the pull toward goodness, the inner compass that aligns with His will, and the drive to act justly, mercifully, and faithfully, even when no one is watching. That is your calling, that is your purpose, that is your proof. Embrace it fully, live it sincerely, and watch your life transform in ways you never imagined. And now, consider this: the pull toward goodness and guidance is not always easy to follow. There will be moments when the world around you tempts you with shortcuts, distractions, or false pleasures. It will try to convince you that the path of righteousness is too hard, too lonely, or too insignificant. But this is exactly when the sign reveals its true power. The stronger the resistance from the world, the clearer the confirmation that Allah has chosen you. When you feel the inner tension between what is right and what is easy, recognize it. That tension is not a burden. It is a signal. It is your heart telling you that you are on a chosen path. A path that matters in ways that transcend worldly understanding. Being chosen by Allah means that even your struggles have purpose. Your trials, your doubts, and your moments of weakness are not signs of failure. They are opportunities to strengthen your faith and character. Every challenge you face is a test designed to refine your heart, align your actions with your purpose, and deepen your reliance on Allah. When you feel the inner pull toward what is right, even when the path is difficult, that is the undeniable evidence that Allah is guiding you, shaping you, and entrusting you with something far greater than ordinary existence. Think about the people in your life who are naturally drawn to truth, integrity, and compassion. You may notice that these individuals, despite having no titles, no wealth, and no worldly recognition, have a quiet strength and influence. They inspire change, comfort the hurting, and illuminate the hearts of others without making a show of it. This is the manifestation of the same sign, the inner pull toward goodness. It is subtle, it is profound, and it is life-changing. It is a mark of being chosen by Allah, and it is present in your heart as well. Recognizing this sign is just the beginning. The next step is to cultivate it, nourish it daily through reflection, prayer, and action. Surround yourself with reminders of goodness, seek knowledge that enlightens your mind. Surround yourself with companions who encourage virtue, and distance yourself from influences that cloud your heart. Every conscious decision you make to follow this inner guidance strengthens the sign, making it more vibrant and unmistakable. Over time, this alignment becomes a natural rhythm in your life, and your actions begin to reflect the divine guidance that flows within you. It is also essential to understand that the one sign that Allah has chosen you is not limited to extraordinary deeds. It is expressed in the simplest, most consistent actions: a kind word, a patient response, a sincere act of charity, a moment of forgiveness, or a silent prayer. These actions, though small in appearance, are magnified by intention and sincerity. They are the footprints of the chosen path, evidence that your heart is attuned to Allah's will. At times you may question whether you are truly chosen. You may feel doubt, fear, or inadequacy. These feelings are natural, but they do not negate the sign. Instead, they are a reminder of the importance of self-reflection and humility. Being chosen does not mean being perfect, it means being aware, striving and responding to the call within your heart. Every step you take in alignment with this inner pull, no matter how small, strengthens the proof that Allah has selected you for a higher purpose. As you walk this path, remember that being chosen is not about recognition from others, it is about alignment with Allah. The world may not understand your journey, and people may question your choices, but that is of no consequence. The one sign is internal, divine, and unwavering. It guides you to make decisions that reflect righteousness, compassion, and integrity, even when it is inconvenient or unseen. Your reward lies not in worldly acknowledgement, but in the fulfillment of your purpose and the proximity you gain to Allah. Reflect on your own life. Recall the moments when you felt a strong inner pull toward what is right, moments when you were guided to act in ways that surprised you, or times when you could not ignore the needs of others. These moments are the fingerprints of Allah's guidance. They are the sign that you are chosen. Recognize them, honor them, and let them shape your actions. And finally, understand that the chosen path is a lifelong journey. The sign does not disappear. It grows stronger as you nurture it. Each prayer, each act of kindness, each moment of integrity, and each decision to turn away from wrongdoing strengthens your alignment with Allah's will. Your life becomes a reflection of divine guidance, and you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, the beauty of creation, the subtle guidance in everyday events, and the profound impact of small acts of goodness. Embrace this journey fully. Let the one ultra-powerful sign that Allah has chosen you be your guide, your compass, and your motivation. Live consciously, act with sincerity, and strive to fulfill the purpose that Allah has placed in your heart. The pull you feel toward righteousness is not just a feeling, it is a divine gift, a confirmation of your calling and a promise that your life has meaning beyond what you can see. Let this realization inspire you every day. Let it influence your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions. Let it remind you that you are not wandering aimlessly. You are walking a path chosen by Allah, one that leads to fulfillment, purpose, and eternal significance. And in recognizing this sign, you open your heart to a life of guidance, clarity, and spiritual depth that cannot be shaken by the trials of the world. The sign that Allah has chosen you is not just a passive feeling, it is an active calling. It demands response, attention, and dedication. It manifests as an inner awareness, a sensitivity to what is right, and a resistance to what is wrong. It compels you to evaluate your actions, thoughts, and intentions constantly. When you feel this pull, it is as if your soul is whispering to you, reminding you that your life is not random, that every choice you make has significance, and that your actions echo beyond what you can see. You may notice that this inner guidance does not always align with what society or the world deems normal. It may push you to make decisions that are difficult, unpopular, or misunderstood by others. Perhaps it leads you to speak the truth when silence would be easier. Perhaps it encourages forgiveness when anger and resentment feel justified. Perhaps it draws you to help someone who cannot repay you. These are the moments that reveal the strength of your connection to Allah and the reality of being chosen. The greater the challenge, the more evident the divine guidance becomes. Being chosen by Allah does not mean life will be free of hardship. On the contrary, it often means that you will face trials that test your patience, your faith, and your character. These trials are not punishments, they are opportunities to refine your heart, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your trust in Allah. Every difficulty becomes a teacher, every struggle a lesson, and every choice an opportunity to demonstrate your alignment with divine guidance. The inner pull toward goodness will help you navigate these challenges, reminding you of your purpose and giving you the courage to persevere. The pull toward righteousness also shapes the way you interact with the world. You begin to notice subtle opportunities to act with kindness, mercy, and justice. A small word of encouragement, a quiet act of generosity, a patient response to someone's anger. These may seem insignificant, but they are powerful expressions of the one sign that marks you as chosen. Over time, these actions accumulate, shaping your character and impacting the lives of those around you in ways you may never fully understand. It is also important to recognize the role of reflection in nurturing this sign. Take time each day to listen to your heart, to evaluate your actions, and to seek guidance through prayer and contemplation. Reflect on your intentions. Are your actions motivated by sincerity and a desire to align with Allah's will, or by ego, fear, or convenience? The clearer your awareness of your inner motivations, the stronger your connection to the divine sign becomes. Through reflection, your inner compass grows more precise, and your life becomes more aligned with your higher purpose. Another crucial aspect is seeking knowledge and understanding. Allah has chosen you not just to act, but to comprehend, to learn, and to grow. By learning about the teachings of Islam, the lives of the prophets, and the wisdom of those who came before you, you equip yourself to follow the guidance of your heart more effectively. Knowledge illuminates the path, strengthens faith, and empowers you to act with clarity and confidence. Surrounding yourself with the right environment and companions is equally important. The inner pull toward goodness can be nurtured or weakened by the people and influences around you. Seek companionship with those who encourage virtue, remind you of your purpose, and inspire you to act with integrity. Avoid influences that dull your awareness, cloud your conscience, or tempt you away from the path of righteousness. Your heart is the compass, but your environment shapes how clearly it can guide you. The pull toward what is right also deepens your empathy and compassion. You begin to see the world through a lens of mercy, understanding, and patience. You notice suffering that others overlook, opportunities to help that others ignore, and moments to speak truth that others avoid. This heightened awareness is not a burden, it is a privilege. It is a sign that Allah has chosen you to be a vessel of goodness in a world that desperately needs it. Every time you act in alignment with this pull, you reinforce the sign. Each act of kindness, patience, honesty, and prayer strengthens the connection between your heart and the divine guidance within it. Over time, this alignment becomes effortless. The pull is no longer subtle. It becomes a clear guiding force that shapes every decision, every interaction, and every moment of your life. You begin to live not just for yourself but in harmony with Allah's will, reflecting His guidance in everything you do. Remember that being chosen is not a destination, it is a lifelong journey. The inner pull will continue to grow, evolve, and guide you throughout your life. It will manifest differently in different stages of your journey, but its essence remains the same: a call to goodness, a compass toward righteousness, and a connection to Allah's guidance that is unmistakable and unwavering. As you continue to follow this sign, you may also notice a sense of peace and fulfillment that surpasses worldly understanding. The trials of life, the uncertainties, and the challenges become easier to bear because you recognize a higher purpose guiding your steps. The pull toward goodness becomes your anchor, your guide, and your source of strength, reminding you that Allah's choice is not just a gift, but also a responsibility to live with integrity, compassion, and devotion. Take this to heart: the one ultra-powerful sign that Allah has chosen you is always with you. It is in your thoughts, your conscience, your actions, and your intentions. It calls you to act rightly, to respond to the needs of others, to uphold truth and justice, and to nurture your faith with sincerity and devotion. This is your proof, your guidance, and your source of purpose. Do not let doubt, fear, or distractions silence it. Do not wait for the world to acknowledge it. Recognize it in your heart, respond to it in your life, and let it shape the person you are becoming. This is the gift, the responsibility, and the calling that comes with being chosen by Allah. The one ultra-powerful sign that Allah has chosen you is not something the world can see. It is felt in your heart, guiding your every action, your every thought, and your every intention. It is a divine pull toward goodness, righteousness, and mercy that cannot be ignored. If you feel this in your life, embrace it, nurture it, and let it shape your purpose. This is your calling, your responsibility, and your greatest blessing. Remember, being chosen by Allah is not about fame, wealth, or recognition. It is about living a life of sincerity, integrity, and faith. Follow the pull within your heart, act upon it consistently, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe to Call Peace Daily for more guidance, inspiration, and insights that strengthen faith and awaken the soul. Let your heart be your compass, and let Allah's choice guide you to a life of peace, purpose, and profound fulfillment.